So they'll be calling you a radical. The incredible, legendary turnaround of the worst football program in the country is officially over. Not only has Jay Hill left the best quarterback probably in the history of the school. Jamie Martin, number 10? No. Is born and raised Utah. Yeah. Bronson Barron entered the transfer portal today, which somewhat surprises me, but it doesn't. Jay Hill leaving secretly in the middle of the night surprise you? No. And I'll tell you why. What Jay Hill did at Weber State football is beyond impossible. It's legendary. But he knows he's had to learn the hard way. The Wattis curse, the culture of corruption that exists in Weber County, the arrest at Weber State, he overcame it. They didn't have any local players. 75% of that incredible team, local. So I go back to that 2017 and 2018 team, with Rashid Shaheed. I go back to Rashid Shaheed's first game at Cal. Cantwell underthrew him by 10 yards. I mean, he would have had 2 long touchdowns. I knew right then, I'm like, oh. That 2017 team, oh, I love Cantwell. But he didn't have the big arm like Bronson does. Barron. You had Rashid Shaheed, Mr. Opeta, who's the incredible lineman for the Eagles right now, which will probably win the Super Bowl, I think. You had Jonah Williams. Oh, my God, what a player. How about TJ? Playing for the Bills. All on that same team. Josh Davis. The incredible Adam Rodriguez. All in the, Josh just finished up his legendary career. But how they lost that game to James Madison, my mind spins. I don't know how they lost that game. They were the best team in the country, bar none. I look back on that. In 2018, they lost again to James Madison. Remember Jonah Williams pushing the back on the block kick, but that was in 20. But I was in San Diego watching that game in PB. So Bronson Barron has entered the transfer portal. He's the best quarterback, I think, in the history of Weber State. Now, remember, he played in the boot. Now, Rashid Shaheed, this is important. Rashid Shaheed, I think, will be an NFL Hall of Famer. He's the best player in the history of the school, bar none. He passed Trevon Smith. He never one time had a quarterback that could go to him. Well, he played with Bronson. Well, Bronson was in a boot, torn up freaking leg. Rashid was off. Rashid Shaheed, I'll tell you about the Wattis curse. Rashid Shaheed tore his ACL in half the last game of his career, which he should have never played. He shouldn't have been in the game. And I told him, but he still should have been drafted. Well, come on. The NFL draft are morons. Tom Brady, 199. TJ, what did he go, 169? What did Mr. Holmes go that's in Miami now? I mean, come on. Let's get real. The NFL is pathetic as far as scouts. The NFL scouts are, well, they're plain stupid. And this proof over and over, the number 1 draft picks for the most part are zero burgers, except for this quarterback for the Eagles this year. He's all that. He finally got healthy this year. I never seen so many drop passes, which he had a great receiver this year, Ty-Mac. He'll play in the NFL. If he don't, the great Adam Rodriguez, who doesn't play in the NFL, who's the greatest defensive player in the history of the school. Oh, yeah, Adam Rodriguez. So he's entered the transfer portal. Jay Hill kind of leaves in the middle of the night, which is very odd. The most corrupt football program in the country. I did the play-by-play for all those years, got the death penalty twice. What he was able to do there was but he learned the hard way. The Wattis curse. Well, the only football stadium in the world named after a woman. We love her. The D family have been incredible what their Wattis construction money did. But the Wattis curse, Wattis, GEG, the nuclear university, the school's got a curse on it. And I've known this for years, and I've called it, I'm the guy that named it the Wattis curse. If you don't believe me, you go ask Damian Lillard. This legendary run in Weber State athletics over the last decade is over. It's over. Now, whoever gets the opportunity, we'll see what they do. But remember some shoes, Jay. He'll snuck out in the middle of the night, which I can't blame him. But Randy Ray's basketball program, which Randy Ray couldn't win with. Randy Ray couldn't win with anybody. But you think about the basketball players that played at Weber State over the last decade. Joe Ballenboy, Scotty Bamforth, Jeremy Seekland. I mean, Damian Lillard's cousin. I mean, oh my God, the players that were there. I mean, how it was incredible. I'm lucky I got to do the play-by-play, and I got to watch it. I think, look, he reminds me of John Elway, and you're going to laugh at that. No, he does. I mean, Matt, who was the temporary quarterback coach, and I used to talk all the time. I mean, he could throw across. I mean, he had more drop passes than any freaking quarterback in history. Whoever gets him, whoever signs him, I think he's Heisman candidate stuff. I really do. He's got it all. So this legendary football program, I remember talking to Rashid's mom and dad, and they said, God, we'd move here, but we all that snow. I said, we don't get snow. We haven't had snow here for 10 years. We got snow this year. So, but Rashid never had a quarterback could throw to him. And the reason he got underthrown by this guy, he played in a boot for 2 years. Cantwell, I love that dude. Number 11, he was the man, but he didn't have a big arm. Hart, great player. Oh, he was incredible. I love him. You know, and I like Constantine too, Jay, but he wasn't a throwing quarterback. He was a running. This guy is the man. I'm telling you. I know him good, and I know his mind. He reminds me of John Elway. And I know you're going to say that's no. I'm telling you. You got a mind like that. I remember,